Public Library's annual It's Time for Kind initiative is a seasonal celebration of generosity, kindness, and compassion, characteristics that make this a better, more loving world. No matter your neighborhood, age, or background, we invite you to check out our book lists, spread a message of generosity, contribute to our annual canned food drive, and join us for crafts, conversations, and more. Visit queenslib.org/It's Time for Kind to learn more. QPL wishes you and your loved ones a very happy holiday. Throughout the season, we'll be offering a joyful and vibrant selection of all ages books, movies, music, crafts, concerts, programs, and more. Visit queenslib.org/holidays 2024 to get all the details about holiday fun at the library. The deadline for our Banned Books Library Card Design Contest has been extended to January 10th, 2025. Your original artwork could be featured on QPL's Banned Books Special Edition Library Card, and you could win $2,000. Visit queenslib.org/design contest to learn more and enter the contest today. Queens Public Library is here to help our neighbors learn new skills, find community, or simply check out a good book. And we do it all with your support. Now through December 31st, your gift to the Queens Public Library Foundation will have double the impact thanks to our matching gift challenge. You can learn more and donate today at qplf.org/match24.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm Selina Sharmin, Assistant Manager, South Jamaica Library at Queens Public Library. Today, we have a very special guest, and this show is the first time we are presenting for our viewers and friends. This is Immigrant Pioneer Women in America, Episode 1. So today, we have a very special guest, and she is none other than our own Miss Shaila Azim. Welcome, Shaila Azim.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, everyone. Thank you very, very much, Queens Public Library, to having me here tonight. And thank you, Selina Sharmin, to invite me on your unique platform. Thank you very much.
You are welcome. So viewers, Nahian Welfare Foundation, a non-profit organization, founder Shaila Azim graduated from Hunter Business College in New York and currently in real estate management business, a single mother of 3 beautiful children. Her eldest son was born autism and other problems. She worked various areas with special need kids for at least more than 23 years. Her job included parenting and counseling in mental health, served a regional institution in New York. Today, we have an opportunity to share her experiences with the needed families around the globe. So, Ms. Shaila Azim is not also a philanthropic. She's a caring person and an immigrant pioneer woman in America. So, how are you today?
I am good. Thank you very much. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm really, grateful to having you at this program. So let's go to the question. Tell us about your entrepreneurial journey.
Well, thank you, Selina. It's a very good question. My journey about entrepreneur has been shaped by the passion of my deep feelings, my thoughts, my care, and my dreams. So it is always, always, always I was carrying in my heart. After I graduated from Hunter Business College, I motivated to enter into real estate management field, which is my profession. So it's my profession in management, real estate, but my heart was always remained those dreams and thoughts and feelings like how do I can make and how do I start a journey to get close those people like who is really need me when they are in a very crucial time. So I really wanted to working with under privileged children, mentally challenged children, and underprivileged families through my when I was in college. So it was always with me, and I was carrying with that. And from that dreams and from that inspiration, it leads me to establish Nahian Welfare Foundation, which combines my skills in business as well make my dream to the meaningful way in the community and as well as in the country. So that's how I started my journey with this foundation that is called Nahian Welfare Foundation.
Awesome. Yeah, I know you have been doing a terrific job with this foundation. And could you tell us about your childhood? Like, we are very curious. We'd like to know about your childhood and, can you please?
Well, as you know, like I came from Bangladesh and I born in a middle class family and with other siblings. And my dad, he was a government officer, and my mom, she was a very good teacher. So I grew up with 6 other siblings, and while I was young, like I have seen in the family, like my mom, my grandpa, they have like a different kind of thinking. They have like a different kind of motivations to establish something for needy people. So I was always around my grandpa, and I was always around my mother, who really motivated me to thinking and carry out this thought all around me. So when I was in school, I remember, it's really funny though, but it is true. When I get the money for my lunch, so I used to what is called collect all the money at the end of the day. Always I had a dream in my mind what I'm going to do with it. So while coming back from school, and when I was seeing like the people are sitting on the street and they're begging for money or they are begging for something, thinking no other alternate or second thought, I used to give my money to them. So at one day I came to my mother and I said to her, well, I need some money. So my mother was asking, what you do with this money? So I was telling her, Mom, I like to buy a lot of foods, a lot of clothing. Those people who are sitting, when I was on my way to school, I need to really do that. So my mom was looking at me and she was just praying, and she gave me a hope. And she said to me, I clearly remember, the day will come, one day you will be in this field. And I wish, and I'm praying to God, God will fulfill your desire. So this is my childhood, and all the time I had a dream in my mind, and that's how I grew up. And after finishing college, I got married and I migrate in here. Then I start my another life in this country. So that was nothing more about. I don't can tell.
Awesome. Awesome. I can relate to you because I was also born and raised in Bangladesh, and growing up with 5 sisters and 2 brothers. My father was a businessman, and I can tell you, like growing up with those siblings is a privilege, right?
Yes.
And yeah, it's a very privilege. I understand what you mentioned, but do you think, like as a daughter, when we are growing up, I felt like I was seen, not heard in this culture. What do you think about that? Like, as a girl growing up in Bangladesh, how much opportunity do you think you had from your family? Like, support, I mean, like education and others.
It's a very good question, Selena, because as the time is going, everything is changing.
Yeah.
So 30 year back or 40 year back, what was the culture situation was at back home now is changed, like a change a lot. So
True.
yes,
That's
I
true.
have I have seen when I was in my childhood, and when I was, yeah, at my young age, I have seen the great support from my family, and I'm really blessed and I'm lucky enough. But there are many of the families definitely was there and is still there. They have some kind of barrier
Yes, that's true. As a woman growing up, yeah.
going out for the education or taking care of themselves, or I would say, like in a one sentence, the freedom was not enough for a woman or girls
True.
uh, to establish her potential in the society, to she can contribute her merits or her experience to the society. So it was very tough those days.
But don't you think we are blessed one that our family supported us as a daughter? Thank you, Sharla. Thank you so much. Can we let's enjoy some slideshow now? So as we see in the picture, Nahian is your oldest son, and next one, please. Yeah, so I know you spend a lot of time with Nahian, and he's a very gentle and kind man now grown up. Next slide, please. Yeah, I get to see Nahian, and then he's very gentle and kind. Next slide, please. I know Nahian also loves his mother. Next slide, please. Okay, so let's go back to the conversation. Please, thank you. Thank you so much for these wonderful pictures, and thank you, Shaila, for sharing, with us and our audience. I just want to make it casual, so I'm not gonna, ask like difficult questions. So let's make it like very easy. Can you please tell our audience what was your dream when you came to America? Now we are living in America. I know you have been living for a long time. Personally, I know you more than 20 years, and it's a pleasure, to know you. I'm grateful. So please tell us something. What was your dream when you came to America, and how old was Nahian? Was he born here?
No, he was born in Bangladesh.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so can you please tell our audience what was your dream when you came to America?
Of course, being a young person, and America is always a dreamland. And when I came in this country, I had like a lot of things in my mind, especially for the back home. I carry a lot of thoughts, desire, wish, and dreams in my mind. But after coming in this country while Nahian was very young, and when I find out like a Nahian born with autism and he has a bipolar disorder, later on we came to know. So my first goal was, and first what is called, I was thinking that as a mother, that will be my first duty to find out how Nahian can feel comfort and how I can be a part of Nahian's life, and I can handle his issues when he is suffering and he is in a difficult situation. So I started learning and I started educated myself with different project, different courses I have done because I wanted to know really like how I have to handle, because he is my first child and I was pretty young. And with this kind of situation, I was not sure how to handle this kind of kids. So I was always thinking to make myself to help him more. So whatever dream was in my mind, as I just mentioned, at my early age, I was always thinking to make connection with those underprivileged family, underprivileged children. And after that, later on, I decided to go work with special needs child. So for time being, that dream was sitting and sleeping in my mind, but I never forgot, and I never sleeping with those dream. I always looking for a chance and opportunity when I can make this happen. So that's how I started my life in here, United States.
That's wonderful. Someone said, when you sleep and you dream, right? That's not actually the dream. Dream is when your dream doesn't make you sleep. You understand that, right?
I
So
agree with you.
that like wonderful. So how do you balance between your family, Nahian, and your other kids and your nonprofit? Can you elaborate a little bit?
Wow, Selena, that's a very good question. Balancing my personal life and nonprofit, it's not easy. It's a very big challenge. And I have to definitely, as a single mother with 3 kids, um, I have to give my first priority to the family and my kids, and later on, definitely my work at Nahian Welfare Foundation. But this challenge is always was in my mind, and it is one of my greatest motivators. So I was trying to find out time with the
Mhm,
family and as well as
mhm,
with nonprofit and
mhm.
all. Just I wanted to share this unique information, how I am balancing my nonprofit sitting here in New York, because most of the activities I'm doing back home, and it is in a very rural area, various background of people are involved with that. Uh,
Mhm.
this project, and I am so much blessed and I am so much thankful to my team. They understand my passion, they understand my desire, they understand my wish, they understand my ideas, and they have respect
Sure.
my job. So most of them I just connected with by the Facebook or internet or the phone. Most of them I never met in person, but the love they are showing me, they are dedicating their times, they are dedicating
So true.
their
Mhm.
their dedications uh, this what is called Nahian Welfare Foundation. I'm a little bit emotional because I cannot appreciate more, and I am really blessed. I can have them. I have them around me, and they are giving me this opportunity to making a
Absolutely
life,
true.
my family, and as well as with the foundation. And without their dedications and help, it would be possible for me
So
to
true. Yes.
run an organization sitting here and doing working for the back home. So I'm really very much grateful.
I mean, I would say not only your family and an organization. I personally know you, so I can tell you are there for anybody you know of. I mean, you are there for your sisters, your neighbors. Even though if I call you, like sometimes, Shaila, I need to talk to you, just pick up the phone no matter what. And this is awesome, wonderful. Can we see some slideshow, please? Here you with the Nahian. What a pleasant boy. Excellent. Next slide, please. Nahian is growing really, very smart, and he's very inquisitive. Next slide, please. What a wonderful mother and son bonding. He's really a wonderful, handsome young man, Nahian. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Yeah, look at you both. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, let's get back to the conversation, please. Thank you so much for these pictures. Let's see, like, what strategies did you have to build your brand Nahian Welfare Foundation, and how did you make connection to rural life?
Well, that's another very good question. Thank you very, very much.
You're welcome.
The key of the brand, making the brand name as Nahian Welfare Foundation is sincerity and trust. We try our best to make them feel comfortable, like when we go and when we offer support to them, it is not just we are giving them some food, money, or something else, whatever they need. We are also providing advocacy, we are also providing resources, we are also providing educational information, and people who are really needy and who are really helpless, and at one time or one point sometimes they get really frustrated and helpless because they don't know where they should go and whom they ask for, when they really needed for the help. So to making this connection and bonding with them, I find out a very simple things, like a very simple acts of kindness, kind word, appreciation, assurance, and presence, and give them like hope. Well, when we are here for you, although we cannot promise you we will give you enough money to survive, or we will give you enough resources that can help you to solve your problem. But by looking at their face, when you are with them and you are talking to them, you are giving them some assurance and some hope. And I believe it's not a rocket science. It's just about a feelings from your heart. And when you can make a connection heart to heart, no matter what, they will come to you, they will feel comfortable, they will trust you, and they will see the hope at the end of the day. And that's how we are trying to going in a rural area. And to be honest with you, in back home, it's not very easy to go all over.
Yes.
Of the communication problems, some of the with the due respect, some of the families with the various background I mentioned earlier, they don't even know how to express their real problem. They don't even know what is they're looking for, and they are sometimes very much fear to share their problem. And this is very what is called, it's a very big barrier. You have to break that. So by breaking that barrier, you have to be very what is called kind person to give
Wonderful.
like okay, I'm here when you need it to me. So that's how we are making the relationship and making connection with those people, and
You're
that's
just there for them. Yes.
trying our best. We are
Yeah.
trying our best.
You're trying really, really good. Can we see some slideshow, please? So these are some of the pictures from the rural Bangladesh, that Nahian Welfare Foundation is helping needy people and underprivileged, children, families. Next slide, please. Here you go. You really do things like out of the box. This is a nice arrangement from Nahian Welfare Foundation, from Nahian Youth and Women Foundation. Next slide, please. These are some of the students from mosque madrasa. We call them madrasa, and they are eating their food. This is awesome. Next slide, please. So these are the pictures from the children, and the Women Association for Nahian and Nahian Welfare Foundation. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. This is awesome. So let's get back to the conversation again, please. Thank you so much for those wonderful picture and work that you are doing, Ms. Shaila Azim, CEO and founder for Nahian Welfare Foundation, a nonprofit organization. Quick, I want to ask you, who was your inspiration and why? Just briefly.
Again, it's a very good question. I was inspired by many people's, many names is on my head at this show. I like to definitely mention about my mother and then my husband, Muhammad Fazlul Azim. By profession, he was a pharmacist and he's no longer with us. 17 years back, he gone. But still, I remember his kind word and his inspiration and his lot of good works to the others. And I can say, I learned a lot, and he was a big inspiration in my life.
Thank you so much. Good to know that. So we know there is always someone who inspired, to get successful, become successful. So who was that person for your life that, as a role model? Who do you see as a role model for your successful, journey?
Well, it's the same question. Yeah, we are coming through again. I just mentioned that two person in my life. Of course, I would mention after my husband, my two beautiful children, my girl and my youngest son, Yusuf Azim, my daughter, Azna Azim, who is helping me a lot behind the screen. And with their love and sincerity and inspiration, I am here today. So definitely my kids, and also my wonderful eldest son, Nahian. Definitely, he's also one of my inspiration to come through all the way to establish the Nahian Welfare Foundation.
Wonderful. Can we see some slideshow, please? Next slide, please. These are again in Bangladesh, rural area, the Women Foundation for Nahian Welfare. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Let's get back to the conversation again. So as you know, our audience is in Bangladesh, and there are families and friends. They live in rural area. So for them, we would like to speak in Bengali. So Shaila, অনেক সুন্দর আমাদের এই জার্নিটা তুমি খুব সুন্দরভাবে আমাদের সাথে শেয়ার করেছো। আমি জানতে চাই তোমার বাচ্চারা এবং নাহিয়ান এদেরকে বড় করতে বা বেড়ে ওঠার পেছনে তোমার বাচ্চাদের অবদান এবং তোমার কতটুকু পরিশ্রম তোমাকে এদের পেছনে তোমাকে সহায়তা করেছে।
অনেক অনেক ধন্যবাদ। আসসালামু আলাইকুম আমার বাংলাদেশি ভাই বোনেরা, যেখানে বসে আমাদের আজকের এই শোটি দেখছেন, সবাইকে অনেক অনেক প্রীতি আর শুভেচ্ছা। এবং ডিসেম্বর মাস আমাদের জন্য খুব একটা গুরুত্বপূর্ণ মাস। সবাইকে বিজয় দিবসের শুভেচ্ছা। সেলিনা, আসলে এতক্ষণ আমি যে কথাগুলো বলছিলাম সেই কথাগুলো শুধুমাত্র আমার ফাউন্ডেশনের যারা আমার ফাউন্ডেশনের সাথে যারা আছে, আমি মনে করি আমার ৩ টা বাচ্চাকে আমি যেভাবে রেজ করেছি, এই ফাউন্ডেশনটাকে কিন্তু আমি ঠিক একইভাবে রেজ করেছি এবং আমি কিন্তু এই ফাউন্ডেশনটা কিন্তু আমার জন্য আমার একটা সন্তানের মতো এবং এই ফাউন্ডেশনের সাথে যারা আছে তারা আমার একটা পরিবার এবং প্রত্যেকেই আমার একটা সন্তান।
ডেফিনেটলি
তো আজকে আমার বাচ্চাদের কথা তুমি জানতে চেয়েছো, সবার জ্ঞাতার্থে বলছি আলহামদুলিল্লাহ আমি আমার বড় ছেলে নাহিয়ানকে নিয়ে আমরা যেই রকম পরিস্থিতির মধ্য দিয়ে আমাদের দিন আমরা কাটিয়েছি বা আমাদের সময়গুলো আমরা কাটিয়েছি, আমার বাকি 2 বাচ্চা, আমার একটা মেয়ে আর আমার ছোট ছেলে, ওরা খুবই সহনশীল, ওরা খুবই হেল্পফুল এবং ওরা বুঝে যে একটা সংসারের মধ্যে একটা স্পেশাল নিড চাইল্ডকে সিবলিংসকে কিভাবে কোঅপারেট করতে হয়, কিভাবে মাকে কোঅপারেট করতে হয়। তো আসলে ছোটবেলা থেকে ওরা নিজেদের উপরে এত বেশি ওদের কনফিডেন্স এবং ওরা নিজেদের কাজগুলো নিজেদের মতো করে আমাকে অনেকভাবে ওরা হেল্প করার চেষ্টা করেছে।
ডেফিনেটলি
বিশেষ করে লাইক যখন আমি মাঝে মাঝে অ্যাজ এ মাদার অফ কোর্স আই এম অলসো হিউম্যান বিং, আমি যখন মাঝে মাঝে একটু ফ্রাস্ট্রেটেড হয়ে যাই অথবা কোনো কারণে হতাশায় ভুগি, তখন আমার বাচ্চারাই আমার পাশে এসে অ্যাঞ্জেলের মতো তারা দাঁড়ায় এবং তারা আমাকে অনেক কথা বলে আমাকে আবার সেই শক্তিটা ফিরিয়ে দেয়, যেই শক্তি দিয়ে আমি আমার এই 3 টা বাচ্চা নিয়ে খুব সুন্দর করে আগামীর দিনগুলো আমি এগিয়ে যাচ্ছি। আলহামদুলিল্লাহ সবাই দোয়া করবেন, আমার ছোট ছেলে ইউসুফ আজিম আর কিছুদিনের মধ্যে গ্রাজুয়েট করবে। তারপরে এই তো আমাদের জার্নি। তো এটাই আমার একটা ছিল, স্বপ্ন ছিল যে আমার ছোট ছেলেটা কবে গ্রাজুয়েট করবে। তারপরে তো আমার আর নাহিয়ান এবং আমি এবং আমার বাচ্চাদের নিজেদের পছন্দের জীবন তারা নিজেরাই চয়েস করবে, এদেশে যেটা হয় আর কি। তো অ্যাজ এ মাদার আমার যতটুকু দায়িত্ব আলহামদুলিল্লাহ অলমোস্ট আই এম এট দ্য এন্ড। সো সবাই আমাদের জন্য দোয়া করবেন, আমার বাচ্চাদের জন্য দোয়া করবেন।
You are doing a phenomenal job, Shaila. And all of your children are so beautiful, kind, and so generous. They're very friendly. And we are proud of you and proud of them as well. So, can we see some slideshow, please? Next slide, please. 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 Thank you so much. Let's get back to the conversation. Thank you so much for showing and sharing these wonderful pictures. So I know so far you have done a terrific job in USA, specifically in New York. So my next question for you, when you thought about doing something like for underprivileged women or immigrant who just come to this country, what came to in your mind and how did you start it to help these immigrant Bangladeshi women in New York?
Thank you very much, Selena. First of all, I like to again say this word and thank you very, very much, Queen's Public Library, from the bottom of my heart, because at the pandemic time, I have seen they have done fantastic job and they are very much resourceful for newly immigrant people whoever in here. Especially, I like to mention because I came from Bangladesh and I know I am connected with a lot of newly come immigrant in here. So first of all, the first problem they face in here, there is a language barrier. and English definitely. So I have seen and I have found Queen's Library has a lot of opportunity to help them on this
So
on
much.
on this matter. And from there, I was just thinking right after pandemic, like how we can proceed with these newly immigrant women, like they wanted to really do something. And they like to start at very small scale. So me, Nahian Welfare Foundation and Nolok Foundation jointly work a few workshop, and we started very small way for sewing classes. And we believe because Bangladeshi women, they really love this what is called
Craft. This is craft, something from the culture
yes.
they're
So
familiar with.
this is always there,
Mhm.
and it's not very difficult for them. They can learn very quickly in shorter period. So we started doing almost a year now, and this is how we are moving. And in future, we will do some other activities also that can help immediately the newly come immigrant in this country. And definitely if we can get a help or any kind of involvement with Queen's Public Library, we love to do that, and it will be our privilege to working together any kind of project or any kind of like a help for the what is called needy, whoever needs this kind of help.
Absolutely. As you know, Queen's Public Library is, for everyone. We do have English classes, we have computer classes in Bengali,
Awesome.
and yes, so we have 65 different locations. Any locations you would like to have these, workshops, we will be happy to invite you anytime, my dear. So can we see some slideshow, please? Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Wonderful. Once again, thank you. Let's get back to the conversation. Thank you, Shaila Azim, for sharing all your, thoughts and then, experiences with us tonight, with our viewers, friends, and families. So, can you tell us briefly? You work closely to the councilwomen and then community leaders in New York City a lot. Just tell us briefly how how did you started work with them, and how often do you uh, get back to the community, and then all this your achievement. We are so proud of you.
Thank you so much, Selena. It's not like all about like I go always there, but I work with them. Not really like that, but I had a privilege and I got the opportunity to meet them a couple of times when some organization recognized my what is called my job, my activities, and the social work I'm doing for back home, and they give me couple of hours I got. So that's how I met them, and from there we made it. We built up a relationship, and I share my idea, and definitely we are working in a field like that related with Nahian Welfare Foundation and the benefit for others. That's how like we connected together.
Thank you so much. Awesome. So can you tell us, did you even ever used any libraries, and if you so, when was it and why?
Well, that's a very common question. Like, of course, I do use library, like, especially when my kids were going school student that time. Definitely,
Yeah, since they are born here
yeah,
in this
yeah,
country,
yeah.
yes.
I have to always with them. And since I'm living in Mount Sinai more than 30 years, and yeah, I went to Mount Sinai Public Library a lot. And just to let you know, one of my favorite hobby is reading book, watching news. So it's me. I'm always there.
That's fantastic. So can we see some slideshow, please? Beautiful family. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Thank you so much. Let's get back to the conversation now. Thank you, Shaila, again for your, generosity and your time for us. I would like to ask you really short question, like yes or no, or in a few words, whatever you feel, to answer them. Given the choice of anyone in the world, who would you want to be as a dinner guest?
Oh my God. That's a very good question.
Okay.
At this moment, I have a lot of names in my mind, but
Mhm.
definitely I would love to have dinner with Michelle Obama.
Seriously, that's
Yes.
good. I thought it would be me.
No, because of her courage, her
Yeah,
motivation,
I
her
admire her
advocacy
too.
for girls' education is really, really awesome job. And that inspired me a lot. And that inspiration is deeply sitting in my heart. I really salute her.
That's great. Take me with you when you go,
Yeah,
okay?
of course.
Okay, can you, tell me, uh, when did you, last sing to yourself?
Oh, that's a very funny question.
Yeah.
I always sing when no one is around me because I'm not a really singer, but I sing for myself. Yeah, mostly I sing when I cook, when I shower,
Mm,
somewhere.
that's great. Just to let our viewers know that you are a singer too, even though it's a baton singer. Next
No,
one.
you cannot say bathroom singer. I can sing it good. I sing good, not like
Okay. Some other times you will, have your singing.
okay.
Okay. What is your biggest fear? Or do you have any regrets in your life? Like, can you just tell us?
Yeah, the biggest fear right now at this moment, like how soon and I don't know when I'm going to finish all my dreams, whatever dreams I was carrying out all those years. And this is the time I am going through with it. So I definitely, as a fear, and it's not really very complicated, but it back of mind is always something is there. Regrets, I would say yes. I sometimes I think I wasted a lot of times because I should started this long before, but
Never too late.
never too
You
late.
are doing a good. Yeah, thank you so much. So now I'm going to ask you some fun questions and maybe a little bit personal for our viewers and friends. What did you have for your breakfast today? Did you remember?
Yeah, of course, because it's a very common thing I do and nothing changed. A omelet, a piece of bread, and like a seasonal fruits and cup of coffee.
Oh, wow. That's great. What is your favorite things to do in your free time? What do you do?
Mostly I watch movie and I read books and I watch TV, something like that.
Okay, thank you. So, what mantra do you live by? Like, let's say, I mean, you follow something like to be the same person. What is your mantra?
Do good, be kind. That's it.
I know you are also very honest and straightforward. Okay, what is the biggest compliment you can give someone?
You are so beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. All right. Do you think you are friendly or kind person? What do you think you are?
I would say definitely I'm friendly. I don't want to judge myself as a kind person because other people will say that. But definitely I'm friendly.
Oh, excellent. So, what is something that makes you really angry?
When people break their promise
Mm-hmm.
and they don't do the right things what they're supposed to do, sometimes I get angry.
Okay. How do you express your love for someone? How do you express it?
My expression is very what is called very rare. I mean, I don't want to say hey, hi, I love you. I don't want to say again and again, but by doing something and showing feeling, that's kind of things I like to say someone like I really love you.
Okay, we love you all.
Thank you.
So, what does friendship means to you? That's the last question.
Friendship is a very, very what is called valuable for a person. I like to say it's on trust, it's on sincerity, and definitely by love. So I I really appreciate to say friendship is not because of just like a friend. It's like a bonding of love and trust and sincerity.
I think our viewers and our friends they also agree with you, whoever is watching. We came towards the end. Wow, time flies. So can we see some slides, please? What a wonderful family. Look at Nahian and your other children's. They're beautiful. Next slide, please. I I think this is the last one. Let's get back to the conversation. Thank you so very much. So finally, is there anything you want to share with our audience, our viewers tonight, and any final message or word, please?
Since I'm working with an organization that is called Nahian Welfare Foundation, and it's like a to getting close to those people by making bondings, love, and heart-to-heart relation. This is not just you can do it; it has to become from your heart. So talk to your heart and see. You will find the answer, and you will get some kind of inspiration from there. So talk to yourself whether you can be a part of it or you can extend your hands to those people who are underprivileged and who are struggling a lot and who needs your help. Thank you very, very much to all of my viewers. And thank you, Queen's Public Library. And thank you, my friend Selina Sharmin, to having me here tonight. It was nice presentation. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks to all.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, each and everyone, for being with us tonight for this show. Thanks to Queen's Public Library. And thank you, Shaila Azim, for your wonderful time with us. Okay, so we'll see you all next time with another immigrant pioneer woman in America soon. Thank you all and so long. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow.